Drivers, start your engines!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the BORA FedEx Amateur Series Season 4, race number 15. This is the regular season finale. Or I guess this is the LCQ for the regular season finale. On pole is Paul Wright. To his outside is Joshua Wilhelm. Joshua has to make the show. He's blowing up or something's wrong with that 32. Hopefully it's just tire down and... Oh, that's disastrous. He had to make the show today if he wants to make the chase. He's already got the win. Now to the outside of row 1 is Dakota Owens. And you got Matt Flood and Carlos Wood, Kenneth Graves and Alexander Russell, Al Hunter and Caitlin Winters, Riley Spurley and James Marks, Ryan King and Carl Scholes. So it's going to be 10 laps, top 7 advance like usual. I want to quickly say if my voice sounds a little weird, it's because we were up streaming for like 4 hours last night when we weren't even planning on streaming at all. And I talked more in that stream than I have in like the last week. So my throat is a little rough. But green flag is out for 10 laps here at the LCQ. See what the problem is for Joshua Wilhelm. Maybe he should have a tire down. That's what they're doing is changing right sides so they can go over all 4. We're putting extra emphasis on Joshua because he got a win. I believe he wanted, I can't remember where he won. Michigan, maybe? Fontana? I don't know. He's got a win, though. So this is a must-make race for him. Matt Flood blocking all 3 lines at once. He couldn't block Kenneth Graves any longer, though. Kenneth to the inside. Dakota Owens trying to lead that outside charge, but it's just not going to work. Started second. He's going to fall well outside the top 5 here before they get to the line. Joshua Wilhelm needs a caution bad. Or he needs them to just wad it up right here so he can make top 7. Caitlin Wilhelm won the LCQ last week. She's going for the lead. She's going to... Not Caitlin Wilhelm. Caitlin Winters, excuse me. She's got the lead. Riley Spurley right on her back bumper. Now it's Ryan King pushing Riley Spurley up towards the lead. Now, all those months ago in like February when the season started, we saw the outside line be very viable in the amateur series. Could we see that again today? I don't think there's enough cars in the race for it to be as compelling for these drivers as it will be in the actual race. But it'll be interesting to see once we get into the show later on in the video if the outside line comes in. Though with them having 5 cars up there, if they can get 1 or 2 more, the outside line could do something. It was keeping up through the center of the corner until Dakota went to the middle. That's going to slow him down a lot. But Dakota really had to do that. You can't be 5th car on the outside line and expect to go forward. It's just not how it works. But the outside line is holding on, man. These amateur series cars, I don't know if it's the package or what, but Daytona, any line could do well if you have a couple good cars. The inside lane is always going to be preferred, but with Kenneth Graves leading the outside line, he's got a bunch of good cars behind him. Kenneth was able to maintain the lead, goes down and block the inside. Caitlin Winters getting a good run. He's going to go over and block her as well. Ah, man, if Kenneth makes the show, he could be really scary once we get into the race. He's got a fast car. He's pulling away from the field. You don't want to get too far out ahead, though. They'll catch you and freight train you. Luckily, they're side by side behind him. Caitlin Winters might be able to do a little. Now she couldn't really get the run to slide under him. Now the outside line is non-existent. Only 2 cars up there. You'll probably quickly see Matt Flood here drop back. Alexander Russell and Riley Spurley had a real close call there in the middle of 3 and 4. A little 2-car tandem up front. Top 2 cars, but 2/10 over the pack. You never see that at Daytona. On the roof cam of Caitlin Winters. Got to peek her nose out there so it doesn't start overheating. Ryan King's going to get a good run as well. Oh, he's going to stay high. Matt Flood got underneath him. Caitlin Winters being real loyal to Kenneth right now. Matt Flood's going to make the move to the inside. He has no help if Caitlin can keep pushing Kenneth. He might... Oh, he's going to clear the... Or stay... Keep 24 behind him. Now she's going to have help from Ryan King. And they're going to catch Josh Wilhelm within the next 2-3 laps. You 194. They're above 200. Kenneth ran his fast lap of the race last time by 44.24 compared to a 45.69. So that is about a second and a half off pace. Paul Wright and Matt Flood getting a huge run on the very inside. Caitlin hesitated. She couldn't throw the block. Matt Flood and Paul Wright, man, they were moving. How about that middle lane? Look at them starting to stack up in the middle. Kenneth's got such a good car, though. He's leading the outside charge, but he only has one help right now. Or one helper, I suppose. 4 laps to go in the LCQ. Paul Wright was not able to take advantage of Matt Flood moving up, like I'm sure he wished he would have. He should have already been clear of him, but he just didn't get the run he needed. Matt Flood to go block the very outside line. I think Al Hunter in the 42 just might have clipped the wall in the back. And that target dodge, excuse me. Matt Flood with the lead. Paul Wright with help from Carlos Wood and Dakota Owens. Riley Spurley nearly getting turned around by Alexander Russell there. A super close call. Paul Wright went for that block, just too late. And unless they just wadded up right here, right now, Josh Wilhelm's chances of making the chase are at probably like a 2% right now. It's all looking good for Matt Flood. I feel like in the Amateur Series car specifically, you can take the lead and actually have a chance, and it's not just out of your hands on what happens to you. And the Truck Series yesterday, we saw that once you took the lead, there's not a lot you could do. You just slide up the track and people get underneath it. You couldn't really run any line other than the bottom and expect to be fast. But Matt Flood, Kenneth Graves specifically, we saw it with Carlos Wood and Dakota Owens just juked the crud out of Matt Flood. 2 laps to go here in the LCQ at Daytona. Dakota Owens now with help from James Marks. A lap and a half to go here at Daytona. Ooh, Dakota should not have made that move. Maybe he saw the 65 up in the middle. No, she's good at pushing, but yeah, I don't know if that. I agree with that move. I think the outside line might be taken off right. Carlos Wood could be in the catbird seat coming to the white flag. He kind of pushed up the track a little bit. Might get a good launch off turn 4. There's only 2 cars really on the inside. There's 3 cars in the middle now. I say 2 cars on the inside because those are the only 2 actually working together. Alexander Russell and Carl Scholes were not close enough to do anything. White flag is out in the LCQ. All hope is not lost for Josh Wilhelm, but it's definitely not looking good. Carlos Wood has the lead momentarily. Dakota Owens fighting back on the middle. He needs to keep it in the middle. I know going to the inside looks appealing, but there's just not enough help there. Carlos Wood, with help from Matt Flood, might be able to clear Dakota. He will. How about Kenneth Graves? He had a really good car early on. I don't know what place he's in, but he's right around 7th spot. Right now, looking at it, the 84s and 7th. Kenneth Graves right alongside him. Coming to the line, Carlos Wood will win the LCQ. And Kenneth Graves gets in. How about that? We'll quickly go look at the race for 7th, as the 27 was in 7th spot. Where's he at? That's how close it was, right there. Kenneth getting 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Wow, that's crazy. We'll be back to look at your official results. Alright, you got your winning photo up on the top right. Your official top 7 transferees for the regular season finale goes Carlos Wood with the win. You got Matt Flood, Dakota Owens, Paul Wright, Caitlin Winters, Kenneth Graves, and then James Marks, excuse me. Those we will see next week. Riley Spurley, Al Hunter, Ryan King, Alexander Russell, and Carl Scholes. Josh Wilhelm will miss the chase. We'll be back for the BORA FedEx Amateur Series Season 4, race number 15 from Daytona.
Drivers, start your engines!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the BORA FedEx Amateur Series Season 4, race number 15. This is the regular season finale. This ain't the LCQ. You already did that. Oh, man. This is the regular season finale from Daytona. Okay, I heard a weird noise. I apologize about that. Anyways, the regular season finale from Daytona. On pole, you got Richard Sweet and Glenn Dewitt. You got Kyle Mest and Daniel Williams. Damian Stone, your points leader. And Landon Finway. David Cervantes and Gustav Odenberg, who's second in points. Anakin Swanson and Anselm Meadows. Stacy Wilhelm and Scott Ford. Someone did not get going on that start due to the gap. Riley Spurley transferred his way in through the LCQ, and he's having problems. But Glenn Dewitt is your leader. Or is going to be your leader once they come to the green. He's your pole sitter. 30 laps from Daytona. Coming into today, Damian Stone had a 30-point lead. So those 10 chase points, it's really likely they will belong to him at the end of the day. Green flag is out. Richard Sweet leading him to the green. 30 laps. I expect for like one of the first times ever, the outside line might be the dominant line. At times, it definitely was in the LCQ. Oh man, now when they can't get hooked together, Daniel Williams gave Glenn Dewitt a shot and got that 22 a little swirly. Man, the 12 and the 33 having a really close call there off turn number 2. Damian Stone with help from his teammate David Cervantes. Last week's winner, actually. Right now it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 for RCR. The 31 as well. Caution's not out, but they just got really spread out. I don't know what happened. Richard Sweet will lead lap number 1. He has not won a race, so he's not locked into the chase. He needs a good run today. He's pretty high up there in points. Stacy Wilhelm pushing the crud out of Anakin Swanson. Got him a little sideways. Damian Stone's leading the outside line. I can't think of anyone better to do that. David Cervantes is going to throw the block on his own teammate. Top 3 on the outside are RCR. Leading the middle is RCR. And then on the very inside is DEI. These Chevys are running amok right now in the Amateur Series. Oh! Carlos Wood, Caitlin Winters, Ty Morrow's around, Vincent Marsh. Caution is no doubt out. Richard Sweet's going to lead him back. We'll be right back to see what just happened. Watching Carlos Wood in that 19. Looks like Ty Morrow's going to peek to the inside. He's just going to hook him right off. Wow, man. 19 flew down the track. Oh, pretty hard hit into the inside wall. I want to go on board Dakota Owens right there in the 18. Oh, he got some pretty hard hits right there for the 18. Look at that. Right side is just messed up. Or left side, excuse me. How did... Where is Caitlin Winters? There she is. Okay. It's a rookie mistake by Ty Morrow there. That 65 is pretty beat up after that. We'll be back for the restart. Coming back to the green, only 3 people have DNF'd so far. That is Caitlin Winters, Ty Morrow, and Vincent Marsh. Riley Spurley doesn't look like he's going to get credited for the race. So that's 0 points earned. It's as if he did not transfer into the LCQ, which is really unfortunate for him. Pace cars off, coming to the green lap, 7 of 30. Richard Sweet is still your leader. Then you got Anakin Swanson, Kyle Mest, Stacy Wilhelm, and Landon Finway running out your top 5. If you look at the point standings and you look at the stats for all the drivers, like top 5, top 10s, wins, etc., Stacy Wilhelm, that 38, probably has the best stats of anyone. She's finished top 10 in half the races so far this season, which is pretty incredible. Even Damian Stone, your points leader, hasn't done that. She hasn't won yet. She got second at the Daytona race earlier in the season. She's pretty much locked into the chase at this point. She just needs a decent finish today in that 38 car. Could today be the day she gets that first win? They are 4 wide through 3 and 4. Oh, I don't see this working out well for the lead. Oh, no. Oh, man. You see Stacy's backing out of that 38. But she can't back out too much because she has Steve Love right on her bumper. Oh, man. She needs a decent finish today. Wrecking on lap 8. Probably not going to get you that. There they go. Oh, my gosh. They're racing back to the line. That's probably one of the hardest hits I've ever seen in my life. Oh, David Cervantes just got absolutely dropped. And of course, Damian Stone, one of the luckiest guys in the world, got through it. Look at how many people just got involved in that wreck. I'd say it's pretty likely now that Stacy Wilhelm makes the chase. Coming back to the caution, Damian Stone looks like he will lead him back. On lap 9 of 30, we'll right back, see what just happened. We're watching David Cervantes in a 34 who was leading at the time. Oh my God, what a hit. Oh, and Stanley Winters just... Oh! Oh my God, the 90. One of the most violent rolls we've ever seen in BORA. Wilhelm Scholz, man. He was running at the very back of the pack. Unbelievable. If we did a top 10 flips in BORA history, he would definitely be up there. This wreck was just so big. We got a lot to cover. I know the 22 of Glenn I think went upside down as well. He's pretty high up there in points as well. Not really what he needed. He's just going to tip over along with Anakin Swanson. Dakota Owens in a little bunny hop. Oh, apparently I didn't stop. Alright, where's the 3? Anakin was all the way up there, man. He was 4 wide for the lead. Oh. God, that's a hard hit. Everyone's piled in. Arca breaks at its finest. Can we just point out, Steve Love in the 5, man, he just got absolutely dropped. He's that yellow Hellman's car right behind Stacy. God. And then I believe Kyle Kesey flips as well in the 78. He's airborne right there. Both Kesey Motorsports cars running just outside the top 25. He didn't flip. He kept it on the ground. Post call, 90% of the field just got involved in that to some extent. We're back for the restart. This pack just got thinned in a hurry, man. Looking at who DNF'd off that crash, you got Ryan Winter, Daniel Gittero, Mario Ramos, Kyle Kesey, Caitlin Winters. Paul Wright's actually running. He's 3 laps down. Then you got Richard Sweet, Steve Love, Anakin Swanson, David Cervantes, Glenn Dewitt, Scott Forward, Wilhelm Scholz, Landon Finway, Dakota Owens lost a camshaft, Kyle Mest DNF'd to a valve. You got Carlos Wood, Forrest Winters, Weiss von Schmidt, Freddie Shaw, and Marcus Sacchi. 17 cars on the lead lap. Marcus Sacchi made the chase in the Truck Series yesterday. Honestly, that 18th place, he was pretty close to making the chase. He was on the outside looking in coming in today. I think he's like, I can't remember, over 10 points back. He wasn't too far behind. That 18th could be good enough to put him in, man, honestly. A lot of good people got taken out in that wreck. But naturally, Gustav Odenberg, Stacy Wilhelm, and Damian Stone are all still in the show. Oh, Paul Wright's going to try block. Oh, there goes first and second in points, along with Jaden Scott. Oh, my. Oh, and your Daytona winner to start out the season, Caitlin Wilhelm's upside down. I haven't the slightest clue of what just happened. All I do know is Stacy Wilhelm just might be the favorite to win this race at this point. We'll see what just happened. Watching Damian Stone and that yellow Zaxby Chevy. Looks like Paul Wright's going to try throwing the block, and Damian was already there. Turned right down into Gustav Odenberg. And it looks like Caitlin Wilhelm just had a weight transfer flip there. Where's she at? She was literally one of the last cars in this pack. Good thing she's already in the chase due to her win at Daytona to start out the season. Unbelievable. We are going to go on board Jaden Scott so he can... I bet he had the best view of that flip. He was running up inside the top 5. Actually, let's rewind a little more, see if you can see the whole development. Oh my gosh. Now Jaden Scott, he's got a lot of right side damage, but he didn't really, wreck pretty bad. He just kind of got pinned into the wall. We'll be back for the restart. Alright, if the mic volume is really bad right now, it's because I turned my gain down like all the way due to my little sibling screaming cannonball in the living room. 2 more months, boys. That's all. 2 more months. And then you won't have to deal with that anymore, I promise. But the field's gone. There's 10 cars on the lap. We've never had a plate race like this. Just one big bad crash did this, and there's 13 laps to go technically. And those running 9 on the lead lap, you got Stacy Wilhelm, then you got Dylan Abrahamian, Daniel Williams, Kenneth Graves, who had a really good car in the LCQ, Danny Coffey, Anselm Meadows, Daniel Colt, Jaden Scott, Madison Powell. One of these drivers is going to get their first career wins. Yeah, well, Damian Stone's 3 laps down, so I guess if everyone keeps wrecking, he could get at it. Hayden Meadows 1 lap down. He won at Iowa a month or so ago. Now, if you guys manage to wreck with like 13 cars left on track, it's going to take some talent. Kenneth ran the outside line for majority of the LCQ, and it worked for him. I'm not surprised to see him up on the outside, but he doesn't have any drafting help. Paul Wright and Jaden Scott, but one's a couple laps down. He was in the vault. Him and Jaden Scott were both involved in that last crash, so it's not what Kenneth wants to see. Daniel Williams and Dylan Abrahamian and Daniel Williams, there we go, battling out for the lead. Danny Coffey going to make it 3 wide on his teammate in the 6th, and Daniel Williams. Kenneth Graves with a huge run from push from Anselm Meadows. That shot him like a rocket. Would you be shocked if I told you Kenneth Graves decided to stick to the outside line? Coming to 11 to go. Kenneth Graves, Stacy Wilhelm. If they can get hooked up, man, I wouldn't be surprised if they take off. They needed 1 more car on the outside at least. So they might have just got, oh God. I'm making a lot of weird sounds because I don't know what's going on right now. Dylan Abrahamian. Nobody in the top 10 right now are locked into the chase except for maybe Stacy Wilhelm due to just how high up she was in points. She had a huge gap coming in. She just needed to top like 20, I'd say. But with her basically guaranteed a top 10 at this point. Hayden Meadows in the 06, he has fallen 3 laps down. He must be on pit road along with Damian Stone. So a top 10's all but guaranteed unless you wreck right now. Right now it's a 1-2 for Roush. Kenneth Graves, Stacy Wilhelm trying to change that. 10 laps to go. I know Daniel Williams and Danny Coffey, man, they're making that outside line work. First time we've seen Kenneth on the bottom all video. Danny Coffey doing a little crossover on his teammate. Something might be wrong with that 0-2. He just doesn't really have the speed he's had all day. But he's still top 5, so a really good run for him. There's 1 extra chase spot opened up due to Josh Wilhelm having a win, but he's ineligible to be top 35 in points. Obviously, he missed the LCQ, and he was 37th coming in. I think he was 38th, actually. Like 24 back, or I can't remember. It's been so long. But yeah, he's not going to make the chase. It's impossible. He missed the show, and he had to run really well in the race. And he couldn't even get through the LCQ due to having a problem on the pace lap. He qualified in second? Yeah, he qualified second, and he couldn't do anything with it. Danny Coffey is your leader. Kenneth Graves in the middle by himself. Daniel Williams and Stacy Wilhelm having a good run on the bottom. Now, don't count out Madison Towell and Jaden Scott. If they start getting a little wild up here, don't count them out. That's all I'm saying. Jaden Scott, maybe. He has no help, and he's in danger of losing the draft. 3 wide for second. Stacy Wilhelm having a strong run on the bottom with help from Madison Towell. Females got a 1-2 finish here at Daytona in the, I don't know if you call it winter or spring, winter or spring, but it was Caitlin Wilhelm, who we saw barrel rolling early in the last crash, winning it, and Stacy Wilhelm, who's currently running second, finishing second. They then qualified 1-2 at Atlanta the following week in the exact same order. So it's been a long journey for Stacy to be in contention to win again. She's ran really well all season. Has like the best stats of anybody, really. She hasn't won. She's basically in the chase, all but confirmed at this point. Now you know she wants to at least get a win, have those 3 chase points transferring from round to round. She's pushing Danny Coffey for all it's worth. She saw Madison Towell make the move. She hesitated. Madison Towell is going to get underneath her. They're coming up on 6.5 laps to go. It's starting to become go time, man. Once you get down with like 4.5 laps to go, and there's a caution, there's no telling we'll get the race underway. That's about 2 laps away. Dylan Everhemian and Kenneth Graves having a huge run down the backstretch. Daniel Williams going to go for the block. He was too late. Kenneth is already there. The battle for third is heating on. Stacy might get a good run here off the top. No one's helping either the 4 or the 38. Stacy's going to help pick up the 16. There we go. I can talk. She might just lead this lap somehow with no help. Ooh, Kenneth, he has all the help in the world looking behind him. He's going to allow Madison to get in line. Making it 3 wide right now isn't the best decision. Kenneth is blocking Dylan Everhemian like crazy. He will not get past that 4 with a 38 sucked up to the 4's bumper without help from the 6. And the 6 doesn't want to push the O2. He wants to get by the O2. So, how about Anselm Meadows? I haven't really mentioned him. He's having a really good run now. Almost up to the top 5. I think he'll be 7th at the line. Stacy Wilhelm getting a huge push from Daniel Williams through the tri-oval on the outside line. She's able to clear all the other lines. She didn't get to the bottom. I apologize about the little siblings. 2 more months, guys. I promise. Stacy Wilhelm has no help right now. Madison's going to have good help on the backstretch. There might only be 9 cars in this or 8 cars in this battle, but we're having some really good racing. It's like how the LCQ is every week, man. Madison Towell was able to throw the block on Stacy Wilhelm. Daniel Williams and Danny Coffey are literally the deciding factor right now. If they can keep it together on the outside line, Madison Towell is able to throw the blocks like she has been. I just don't see the inside line be able to get by. Remember at the beginning of the race, I told you the outside line might be the dominant line in this race. I wasn't wrong. Oh, that 77 is going to get a huge run off turn 2. She's better throw the block early. She did, but don't count out the crossover. He's clear. There he goes. He's going to pick up Stacy Wilhelm. She's got Kenneth Graves pushing her. Dylan Everhemian was not able to get to the inside of the 38. This might have just changed everything coming to 3 laps to go. Oh, man. Stacy Wilhelm getting to the inside. She has no drafting help. Now she does. Oh, Daniel Williams to throw the block. She was already there. Caution is out there racing back. This is for the win. I don't think if Kenneth Graves, even if he wins this race, he will not be in the chase. I don't think he's close enough to top 35 in points. Danny Coffey, though, surely will be. Same with Madison Towell. Oh, man, this is going to be great. I hate races under caution. I haven't had one happen I haven't had that happen in a while. They're not going to catch Daniel Colt. They're going to have one last crack at it coming off turn number 4. Whoever the O2 goes with will win the race. Danny's not making the move. He didn't make the move. Madison Towell, congratulations. You just clinched your way into the chase in the last possible second. Not if you wreck. Oh, you still got to complete 2 more laps. Oh my gosh. We are going to go check out the... Go brought out the caution, but I want to check out Madison Towell's saver here. This could have just been a commentator's jinx like crazy. Something might be wrong with the 4. Where's the pace car? Oh, it's right there. I'm confused. Anyway, right back. If she would have wrecked right here, then me congratulating her to make the chase just would have been gone. Oh, I see what happened. We're going to have to go on board Danny Coffey. I'm sorry about the kids. Go on board Danny Coffey so you can see. Getting into the travel where the car is already really light. She kind of hits the brakes so she doesn't run over Daniel and just receives a bump and it sends her packing. We'll be back to look at the rubber out the caution. What can I say? You're battling for the lead with 3 to go. He's going to throw the block. She was already there. You can't pass below the apron. She had to hold on to her line. You lift, that's probably your last chance at winning this race. There's only so many cars left, but I don't see you making up that amount of time. It's already hard enough to pass with such few players in it. Go on board, Stacy. 77 up to block. Saw the run the 38 was going to get. He came down and she couldn't lift. She just couldn't lift. Really lucky this didn't turn into anything bigger. Jaden Scott got super lucky and all that. On board Dylan Ebrahimian, number 6. Man, we'll be back to look at the finish. And coming to the finish, Madison Towell is an amateur series winner at last. And she is in the chase. So we'll be back to look at your official results. Alright, Madison, your winning photo is up on the top right. Now looking at your official top 10, it goes Madison Towell with the win. Then you got Danny Coffey, Kenneth Graves, might be career best finish for him. And Sal Meadows and Dylan Ebrahimian and Jaden Scott with a really good 6th place finish. Stacy Wilhelm 7th, Daniel Williams 8th. Daniel Cole staying on the lead lap. They're getting 9th. Paul Wright lost a piston late in the race. We're not doing notable outside the top 10 because literally everybody outside the top 10 is a notable because no one finished where they should compared to weeks past. Thanks everyone else finished. That was the results. Madison Towell is your winner. Well, I guess that was the end of the regular season. Where'd Gustav Unberg finish? 18th compared to Damien's 15th. I believe, yeah, Damien, without a doubt, still your regular season champion. So he's got 4 wins. So there's 12 chase points. He's got 22 chase points thanks to the 10 chase points you get for winning the regular season. So Homestead, I think this is going to be a battle for 3 spots because I think he's already secured his 4th, or secured the 4th. But we'll be back to look at your points. Or I guess, I don't know why I said that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
He said, boy, can you make fans stand and scream your name? Have you hit him in the ass, never let off the gas till you rode into victory lane? He said, boy, do you know how it feels when you're running 3 wide? 'Cause if you're Daytona bound, let me wonder you're in for a ride.